Hey, so I'm going to be directing the Ohio Impromptu by Samuel Beckett. So for this, we are going to need a stage, and this is what I'm using as the stage. It's a little box. So as you can see, so curtains will be over here, and this would be an extension of the stage. This is a table, as you can see, a perfect table, and I would want it a little bit more of an upstage, kind of like right before the curtain, but not too upstage where it's like affecting like right in front of everybody. Then I would like this is the reader. The reader is obviously going to be over here reading the book. It's a little person, if you cannot tell. And we're going to stick up. And the listener is going to be over here at the front of the table. So basically what I was thinking was that we can keep the table a long table, because I feel as if the listener is kind of the center of attention of this whole play, and for him to be not to be at a small table and just center, I don't feel like it doesn't like capture the depression and sadness of what this play is trying to express for the listener. The listener has been through some trauma and pain. He lost a loved one, someone who was really close to him, and now this person, the listener, is here to comfort him by reading, by consoling him by reading, and the listener is, I feel, should be in the middle of a long table. Now, this is not a long table, of course. This is a short table, but what I'm expecting is a long table. And another reason for the long table is because when the listener knocks on the table to have him to repeat something, I feel it should be loud enough for him to hear, and it should be so loud that it's so far away that the reader can hear it. So the listener is going through some pain and emotion, and kind of knocks because he wants it to repeat, but he also just doesn't want to hear that part either. Like when they talk about the dream, he's kind of trying to ignore that fact and knocks on the table, just like have him repeat it or just skip over it. So the listener is over here, and the reader needs to be reading a book, but reading a big book, so it's like to carry a lot, to hold a lot of substance, that it's affecting him so much that it's so much substance that he can hear it, that he can actually feel the emotions. Another thing about the lighting, I feel it says to have white lighting, of course, but I feel that it should be mostly dark and focused on them. Yes, they should still have white hair, and they should still be wearing be mourning this and still be seen, of course. But I believe that they should being in pitch dark in blackness shows how much surrounds them, and nothing's surrounding them right now, just darkness. Both of them are with their heads down, kind of sad. The reader doesn't know what to do. He's consoling him, just trying to feel what he's feeling, and the listener is in pain and anguish. I also feel the listener should not. The reason why the long table as well is because the listener does not want to be close to the reader. The listener doesn't want to be close to anybody. The listener just wants to be individual to the reader. Nothing else should be on stage. Nothing at all. It should really just be the table, the listener, and the reader. And at the end, I would like for the listener to look up, and it says that they should stare at each other intensely. I agree with that completely. And I'm not going to go away from the play, but I will say this. I'm going to add something from it. I feel the listener should feel what the reader, like, kind of show a thankfulness to the reader. show thank you for consoling me, thank you for being there for me, and when nobody else could, because the reader knows what he's going through. The reader has been through this. The reader has the pain and the trauma and the anguish to be here for him. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward, pretty to the point. But I feel that this play is centered around the listener going through his own pain, going through his own anguish, and the empowerment of just having three things on stage, two people and a table, shows how powerful this piece really is. So that is what we're going to be doing for Ohio Impromptu. Let me know what you think. Yeah, there you go.